What's going on, everyone? It's KingTouchPro and welcome back to another Final Cut Pro 10 tutorial. Thank you so much for stopping by to watch another video of mine. In today's video, I'm going to show you a really cool plugin from PixelFilmStudios called the 5K Light Leaks Mega Pack. So you guys can find that down in the description so you guys can check it out. So once you guys purchase the pack and you guys go to the downloads page on the website, you're going to see a bunch of download links for different styles and different type of light leaks. If I go all the way up, you're going to have the first download link, which is going to be the actual plugin that you guys will need to install. And that just allows you to be able to control the light leaks a lot better. And that's going to be the basic and the advanced, and I'll show you guys that in just a second. And then we have different styles of light leaks. So we have 4K, we have streak drops, we have streak random styles, we have caustics, crystal, you have glares, you have jewels. So once you guys download one of those links, it's going to put it in a folder. So the first one that I downloaded was the 4K blue streaks 01 through 10. So I open that folder up, you're going to see a bunch of clips here. So if I push play, you're going to see what it looks like. Really cool. So I didn't download every single one since that will take a while to download, but they're there if you need them. So we're going to jump into Final Cut Pro and I'm going to show you how to use them. So this is the raw clip here with no added effects from the actual music video. So if I go onto the composite footage where we downloaded that, so we can press Command I to import it. So we're going to go into the downloads folder on my Mac, and you can see different folders and different styles of light leak. So we're going to start with the crystal. So I'm going to open that folder up, and there's 10 in this specific download. So if I push play, you're going to see that we have this one, which more kind of gradually fades in a little bit more. So I'm going to go with the number 2, and I'm going to double click, and then we have the composite footage there. I've added a couple already, so we can skip that. I'm going to click and drag this right above that clip. If it's not to the aspect ratio, you can easily scale this by clicking and dragging upwards. So you go to the blend mode, and you can change this to screen or lighten. I'm going to do screen. And now if I push play, you're going to see that it gradually fades in with the light leaks. Now you're going to notice, and I'm going to trim this a little bit, that when I push play, it's blocking the artist. So I don't want that to happen. So what can I do? Well, you don't have any other controls besides actually moving this, and that's not what you want. So that's where the actual plugin comes in. So if we go into the effects and we go to the PixelFilms 5K Light Leaks Mega Pack plugin, you're going to have the advanced compositing tool as well as the basic compositing tool. If I select the basic compositing tool and I drag it directly onto that composite footage, you're now going to see some on-screen controls. So if we go into the inspector window, so we can click and drag this, and now you can see we can actually move this. So this was before and this is the after. So now we can see our artist here, or whatever your subject. We can also flip this horizontally, vertical flip. You can change the position, you can change the rotation. You can also do it with the on-screen controls here, and you can also scale this or make it smaller, which is kind of cool. We have the style controls, so if you enable the hue and saturation, and you change this little wheel here to a certain degrees, which is going to control the color of that hue, you can change it and make it red, you can make it green or blue. I'm going to reset that, just leave it how it is. If you have this unchecked, you're not going to notice any changes. So just make sure that the box is checked. And now you can go back to the saturation. You can increase the color, the intensity of the color. You can desaturate it. You can make the strength of this. Maybe you don't want it too strong. We can change the value and drag it to the left. So now it's a lot more subtle, but you can see, that there's an effect going on. We have also the tint. We have tint on and off. So if we have that checked, the dark tints, which is this, mainly the shadows, is going to be affected. So if I click and drag this wheel here, you're going to see that our blue changes, and so you can see that a little bit better. We can go pink, and that mainly affects the shadows. You can see that the white wall on the back is not changing as much. If you go to the light tint, this is going to affect the highlights. So if I drag this like to the left here, you're going to notice that all of the whites start to change a bit more. I think this looks kind of cool. So if I go back and I push play, you're going to see what it looks like. Super cool. And that's only one of them. So if we go back and we add the the blue streaks, we can click and drag that directly on top, and we can change the scale. So once you increase the scale, you have to change the blend mode. I'm going to change this to screen, and I'm going to move this over here. You're going to see that kind of come down a little bit, and that's not added by default. You have to actually add that, as you can see. But with it added, It looks really cool. And you can also increase the strength. Just go to the basic compositing or advanced. So if you drag the advanced composite tool, you have a couple of more features. So the transform controls and the style controls is what's included with the basic. If we use the advanced, you're gonna have distortion controls. So the distortion controls allows you to affect it even more. So let's first change the position of this. I'm gonna move this a little bit up. I'm going to maybe increase the strength of this so you can see what it looks like, and you can also change the saturation of this. It's gonna look like that. If we go down to the distortion controls, we have mirror effect on and off, so you can actually have that mirrored onto the left side. So if you want it to appear on both sides, you can do that. Personally, I don't like that. You can also turn on the mirror guide as well. You can also change the center, the position of this particular distortion control parameter, and if we go down, you can see the kaleidoscope. So if you check that on and I push play, it's going to kind of create that kaleidoscope effect. We have the Kaleido title. So if we enable that and I push play, it's going to create multiple horizontal ones as well. Or depending on which way, if you flipped it vertical or horizontal, that will also affect it. If we go to the other ones that I've added, which is going to be the acoustics or caustics, and I click and drag this above this one, I'm going to turn this one off just so you guys can see the actual effect. I'm going to trim this a little bit, and I'm also going to scale this, and I'm going to change the blend mode to screen. So when I push play, it's going to also slightly color grade the effect, as you can see, but you can easily change that. So let's say you don't like that green, it's changing the color. Just go back to the effects, go to the basic compositing tool. We're going to go down to the hue and saturation tab, make sure that's checked, and then now you can change the hue. So we can go maybe a bit purple, can increase the saturation a bit. So if I go back and I push play, looks like that. And if we go down, we can also change the tint of this if we wanted to, decrease the value, and it looks really cool. So now if I enable both of these, it's going to be very strong, as you can see. But if you're trying to go for that look, then this is the perfect pack for you. Link is going to be in the description if you guys want to download it and try this out for yourself. So if you guys found this video helpful, please leave a like, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications so you guys don't miss out a video like this one, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.